Good morning, good morning. We wanted to continue with our readings from the 12 Universal Laws of Success. Let's see, I get our camera right here. I didn't want to miss a beat because we have a 12-week goal to complete this complete reading the book and giving people a chance to learn how they can use the book to transform their lives from whatever it is to whatever they want it to be. Hi, Papa Joe. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. The interesting thing about the 12 Universal Laws of Success is that it's based on spiritual principles, and I don't mean religious principles, spiritual principles. I use the biblical quotes often because, that was where I was raised in the biblical tradition. But if you go through every one of the holy books, I was out here yesterday, I attended a seminar on the Bhagavad Gita, and just the principles are so similar. And so these principles now are the principles that can help you change your life. So just reviewing, the first law of success is the law of thought. And it basically says you become what you think about most of the time. So your life is created by your thinking. The second law of success, though, brings it all home and transforms this process so that you can make it work for you. If your life is created by your thinking, then how do you change your life? By changing your thinking. And the second law of success, I'll just give a scriptural reference, Romans 2nd chapter, the 12th chapter, 2nd verse. And it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be not conformed to this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be you transformed, be not conformed to this world means that you are not locked into whatever circumstances, situations, associations, challenges that you're experiencing. Now that's a powerful thought, folks. In other words, whatever's going on in your life right now, you don't have to stay stuck there. You do not have to remain in your present condition. So right now, I know that many of us are in a present condition that may not make you excited. Like the only exciting thing about this condition is I'm excited about getting out of it. I'm excited about changing. Good morning, Florida. The second half of that quote is the power piece, though. Be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. Means that you can be changed or transformed by thinking a new thought. You can be transformed from your present condition by putting a new thought, a new mindset, a new state of consciousness in your mind. Florida from Miami. Beautiful. Thank you. Folks, this is powerful. In other words, you can change your life from whatever it is right now to anything you want it to be by changing your thinking, your frame of reference about yourself. So when you take the first and second laws of success together, the first law says that your experience of life depends on your thinking. And the second law provides that the life you are experiencing right now can be changed by changing your thinking. Woo! Hey, that's heavy duty. That gives each and every one of us a great power. That no matter what's going on in our lives right now, we have the power to change it, to transform it. And there's a difference. Transform has a deeper context. In other words, we have what we have. Whatever we're in right now, that's what it is. But to transform it means to take what you have and make it into something else. So you always start with where you are, whatever your condition is. But you change it by changing your thinking about that condition. You transform it into whatever you want it to be. Some people seem to be successful in whatever they do. It doesn't seem to matter which political party or how the economy as a whole is doing. They keep their thinking centered on the positive aspects of the results they wish to accomplish. I'm going to read that again. It does not matter what political party is in, how the economy is doing. Some people always do well because they keep their thinking centered on the positive aspects of the results they wish to accomplish. And they seem to get those results, no matter what. So when we think about this idea, this law of change, this is profound because it says that there are three fundamental aspects to it: faith, choice, and desire. The first aspect of the universal law of change is faith. Faith is defined as a firm belief or trust in something or someone, generally for which there is no objective proof. Hebrews 11th chapter 1st verse says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen." So faith is really a belief from which all doubt has been removed. So when we talk about faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, means that there's something you have in your mind, in your thoughts, that you would like to accomplish, to realize, to experience, and yet nothing around you tells you that it's going to happen. Your friends don't tell you. You know, when you tell your friends, "I'm going to do something great, something powerful, something incredible," they go, "Oh man, you've never done anything yet. You're just talking, you're just puffing. What are you smoking? What are you drinking?" You look at the society says, because you're black, because you're white, because you're foreign, because you're a woman, that you can't do certain things. But this law of change says, in order to bring about the change in your life, you must have faith that such change is possible. Doesn't matter what the world says, you believe it inside. No matter how negative your situation, how absolutely overwhelming it may appear to be. I'm going to read that again. I think somebody needs to hear this. No matter how negative your situation, how absolutely overwhelming it may appear to be, if you have faith that things will get better, that there's something better for you in your life, then you have taken the first step towards finding it. Shreem, thank you for joining us. I want you to meditate on that for a minute, because that's your freedom card. You know, in what is it, Monopoly, you have your get out of jail free card. Well, your faith is your get out of jail free card. If you have doubts that your life can change for the better, you're right. It can't. If you doubt that you can create a life of abundance, a life of joy, and a life of happiness, you can't. So faith says there has to be no doubt. And you have control of that in your mind. You permit negative thoughts to come into your mind. And so the law of change says if you want to change, don't let those negative thoughts come in. You just focus on what you want to be, do, and have. You must know and believe, have total faith that you are the creation of the God mind, endowed with certain inalienable rights to be healthy, happy, and totally fulfilled. See, now the world, your situation, wherever you were born into, the family you live in, the neighborhood, may not tell you that. But you are the product of an all-powerful, all-knowing God. And so therefore, when you have faith that you can transform yourself, nothing can stop you. The second aspect of the law of change is choice. In the book of Joshua, the 24th chapter, the 15th verse, it says, choose this day whom you will serve. And so when you look at changing your life, you have a choice. You can choose to stay the way you are. You can choose to believe that you don't have the capacity to change. Or you can choose to say, only success. Good morning, Kenya. Good morning, Kurt. Thanks for joining us. When a person joins Kenya Cripp's program to transform their lives, to lose weight, to build body, muscle tissue, to look the way they want to look in their dreams, if they don't believe they can do it, if they come in and say, it's very interesting. I've had a friend who's been paying for the Y for 3 years, hadn't lost a pound yet, still flabby. Like, what's up, man? How often do you go to the Y? Oh, I haven't been going. Oh. So whatever you want to do, whatever you want to change in your life comes down to your choice to take action in the direction of your goals. Good morning, Jerry. Ola Dumare, thank you for joining us. Sabrina, welcome. So this idea now of change, every opportunity, every challenge that we experience confronts us with a choice. We either choose the positive approach to say, what if these good things come to me? What if I achieve the weight loss that I desire? What if I get that position, that job that I want? What if the money I want comes to me? Kenya says, praying for the you. And his body is asking why. Woo! All right. So we can choose to see the positive, or we can choose to see the negative. The interesting thing is sometimes people think they don't want to make a choice. They say, we are not going to make a choice. Well, when you choose to do nothing, the world mind takes over. It's like your light bill. You say, man, this electric company here, they are terrible people. They charge too much for everything. And as a result, I'm not going to pay my bill. Guess what? You're going to be reading in the dark. So the choices you make determine the life you live. In order for you to change your life for the better, you must affirmatively identify and specifically define what a better life means to you. You see, if your vision is not clear of the life you want to live, then you can't facilitate the change to it. If you're not clear about your goals, your dreams, the things you want to accomplish in your life, back to that, the law, the Habakkuk, and it says, write the vision, make it plain, that he may run that readeth it. If you don't have a clear vision, then you can't change. It's like a GPS, okay? The GPS, the Global Positioning Satellite, that's what it really is, a Global Positioning System. But it can also mean your goal positioning system. Your GPS works because you have two coordinates, where you are and where you want to go. And so when you look at your situation right now, if it's not exactly the way you want it to be, then you have to choose this day to change, and you have to see the change that you want to happen. You have to see the body you're going to have when you lose those 45, 50 pounds. You have to see the life you'll live when you get the position you want. When you attract the money or the success you want, see how your life is going to be. When you can see it, you can be it. You need to write that in the chat, folks. If I can see it, I can be it. I say it again. If I can see it, I can be it. The third aspect of the law of change is desire. Oh, now this is the biggie. This is the tough one. The key ingredient for change is desire. burning desire. Unless there is a deep hunger, a burning desire for the changes you want to bring about in your life, these changes will not happen. My friend Les Brown says you got to be hungry. Not just hungry, but hungry. Hungry all down in your chest. Hungry all down in your guts. Hungry all down in your soul. Someone once said, what do you mean desire, deep desire? We often tell the story of a young student was with his master teacher, and he said to the teacher, he said, you keep talking about this desire. Yeah, what is the desire? You know, I desire to be successful, but it hasn't happened. So the teacher took the young man out into the ocean. The water was about up to his neck, and then the teacher pulled him underwater, and he held him there. And he held him there. And the young man started to struggle and struggle. And you've been underwater when you've been under there too long. And just when the young man was just fluttering like that, the teacher pulled him up and the young man took a gasp. Oh, yeah. And the teacher said, just as badly as you desired that breath of air, you must desire the things you want in your life. You see, if you don't desire the life you say you want to live, the obstacles will appear. See, there's almost a process that the moment you want to do something, you want to be something, you want to have something, there's almost a process that the moment you say, I want to go here, I want to lose this weight, I want to create this wealth, I want to get this position, I want to mend my family, the moment you make that decision, it seems like everything comes against you. You know, when you're in the country, you go up to the door, you see nothing. You walk up to the door and the light comes on, maybe one of those motion detectors. You stand there for a couple of minutes and all of a sudden, mosquitoes and gnats and bugs, they all come right at you. Like, man, where were they before you turned the light on? They were waiting. They were waiting for somebody to turn the light on. And so that's what happens when you make a decision to change your life. It's like you turning your light on. You're saying, I don't deserve this. You're like the prodigal son. You know, when the prodigal son, after he received his inheritance from his dad and he went out and he blew the money and he's there in the pig pen of life. That's where many of us are, in the pig pens of life right now. It's okay. Because if you're in the pig pens of life, if right now your life is jacked up. I saw a quote and the guy had a quote. I was like, man, I wouldn't put that on a t-shirt. And the quote said, my life sucks. Do you think he's going to have any success if he's running around with a t-shirt and saying, my life sucks? No. But the prodigal son, when he's in the pig pen of life, he said, aha, I will arise and go to my father. First, he acknowledged that he was the son of an all-powerful father. He said, my father has food enough and more. And here I am in the pig pen. I'm waiting for the pigs to finish so I can eat what they leave. Huh? And so in your life, in our lives, no matter what is going on in our situation, don't let the situation define you. Define yourself by what you want to be, do, and have. Define yourself by the key. Nairobi, Kenya, thank you for joining us. Wow. In the middle of governmental processes. But be safe, be careful, and be clear. So the prodigal son looked up and he said, I will go to my father. I will arise. That means I will change my thinking. I will see beyond my condition. I will see beyond my circumstances. And that's what you can do. I'm here in Kansas City, Missouri, at the Unity Center, the Worldwide Center. I'm a Unity co-minister of a church. And I wanted to come back to the watering hole, come back to the oasis to be recharged, to help refocus my vision. So many of us right now, many of you and us, all of us, at points in our lives where Our circumstances may not be what they want them to be, but the law of change says you can change it. You can transform it. That scripture says, be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. Didn't put any constraints on it. Didn't say, well, you can't lose 100 pounds, but lose 20, okay? Doesn't say, well, you'll never be a millionaire. You never made $1 million before. It says, be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you can see it, you can be it. There's a lot more to the chapter 2, the laws of change. It goes into some powerful pieces. But this one key point, this one key thing is that if you can see it, you can be it. We talk about obstacles to change. Don't worry about obstacles to change. The main obstacle to change is fear. And fear is false evidence appearing real. When you start to change, the fear of criticism will slow you down. The moment you make a decision to transform your life, the fear of criticism. And you know what? If you're not being criticized, you aren't probably doing anything important. If you're doing anything important, I guarantee you there are people who will criticize. And many times it's the ones closest to you. So don't let the fear of criticism keep you from changing your life. Let it fall off your back like water off a duck's back. Trust me, when you get where you want to be, they'll all like, I knew you win. Don't worry about the fear of failure. When you start to make a change in your life, when you make a desire, when you state your desire, that I want to do it, I want to be it, I want to have it, don't worry about your track record. You've be like Thomas Edison, you failed 3,000 times. Don't worry about your track record. Okay? Don't worry about your education. You know, the things you're supposed to have. All you do is focus on what you want. The key is don't get hung up in the how. You see, there's a spiritual process going on here. So the moment you can see it, you create the vibration to bring it about. If you start trying to figure out how, you see, your how can only be determined by your present level of consciousness. So if you're in the mess, your thoughts are of the mess because you created the mess. But if you want to get out of the mess, you got to know there's something better. But you're still in the mess when you have that something better. So once you see that thing you want better, just affirm it, choose it, desire it, and then work at it. Don't worry about the how. Do what you see you need to do to get there, and the how will take care of itself. That always throws us off. Because, well, how can I make this money? I've never made it before. How can I lose this weight? I've tried so many times before. Don't worry about the how. You see, I've been to weight loss programs. Now I come to Kenya Crooks. Kenya's got a different kind of program. He's going to help you believe in yourself enough to go on and do that extra push-up. Go on and do that extra mile. He understands that the transformation ain't about the weight and the walk. It's about the mind and the talk. Woo, I like that. It ain't about the weight and the walk. It's about the mind and the talk. What you see for yourself and what you say about yourself. So let's wrap up today, folks. The law of change, chapter 2 and the 12 universal laws of success. If you don't have the book, get it. Because if you're serious about changing your life, this is the guide. This is the recipe book. This is the roadmap. Get your book and read it. Don't get the book and put it down, okay? I put it under my pillow. No, you won't get it by osmosis. But the moment you decide to make a change in your life, everything changes for you. The moment you can see it, you can be it. The moment you have faith in yourself and faith in the process, you don't worry about the how. You let it happen. And the key is, don't quit. Just keep working each and every day. Wow. Thank you so much, Kenya said. This book is epic. So, folks, this day, make your decision to use that second law of success, the law of change, to see beyond your circumstances to your potential. See it. Have faith that you can get there. Choose to take action. and want it badly enough that no obstacle can stop you. No person can block you. No situation can undermine you. Because when you believe in you, nothing is impossible. So it is. Hey folks, every Wednesday we are reading from the 12 Universal Laws of Success and discussing it. And those of you who've been using the book, I'd like to have some of you come aboard on a Wednesday. Text me or direct message me, and I'd like to arrange to have you say a few words about the book as a part of the next week's presentation. So next week we're going to be talking about the law of vision. So I'd love to have you just direct message me, come on and give some of your commentary about how this book has transformed your life. So remember this, the best is yet to come. Visit our website, www.herbertharris.com. Get your copy of the 12 Universal Laws of Success and check out all the other things that we're doing. If you need help, if you need to talk to somebody, book a call with me, a success consultation. Go to my website, book a success consultation, and we'll see what we can do to help you become unstuck so that you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have anything you desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is.